Heaven, if you are not here on earth, is written by K.V. Uttappa. In 1904 he was born and he left this earth on 1994. He is widely known by his pen name Kuvempu. He was a 20th century's a great writer. He was first among the 8 recipients of Janpath Jnanapita Award for Kannada. Here, Dr. C. Naganna is a well-known poet and a critic, and he is a translator. He has brought out more than 20 books in both Kannada and English so far. His Kannada translation of Chichu's Achibe, Things Fall Apart as Bhang, and the English rendering of Kuvempu's discursive essay Nirankushamatigaligagi as Unsetter Your Minds, and other essays have been well received. He is a professor of comparative literature and translation studies, being director of Prasaranga, the publication division of University of Mysore. A number of organizations have honored him for his literary and culturally contribution. Here, there are few new words that you can add on to your vocab related to this topic. Nymphs. Nymphs means damsel, a beautiful maiden. Fourth means form. Verdant, a rich vegetation. Next one is tender. Tender means kindness or gentle. Here, whatever we read, whatever we understand, there should be something to learn at end of that chapter. Simply reading anything, that doesn't mean. Here in the chapter number 10, Heaven, if you are not here on earth, there is understanding after the completion of this poem, that is, how you will admire and glorify all the divine creation of earth, self-understanding of positivity and good qualities. Next, how nature influences our lives. Before we begin to summarize this poem, I shall read it for you all. Just have a look on the poem. Heaven, if you are not here on earth, where else could you be? If we ourselves cannot be gods, then where can be no gods? If we ourselves aren't heavenly nymphs, the nymphs are not elsewhere. While this roaring stream rushes fast, rolling surf at the edge of waves, the tender sunshine leans on verdant gardens, and then the gentle sun makes this earth heaven. In the splendor of harvest and of moonlight, heaven lies all over, imbibing and spilling the song of nectar. The poet does create heaven on earth. Thank you. As you all already heard to the poem which I recited, here there is a short summarized summary of this poem. I'll read out for you all. The poet here attempts to demystify human notion of heaven. It is that blissful state that mind makes the poet realize the heavenly experience in the company of nature on earth. He shares his emotion with the readers. See here, what the poet is doing? The poet is sharing his opinions, his emotions with all the readers who are reading this poem. He finds the divine creation, perceives that he can't stop glorifying the beauties on earth. So, the Kuvempu wonders in the state, if heaven is not earth, where else can it be? See here, there is a apostrophe mark. He tells that, अगर जन्नत ज़मीन पर नहीं है, तो फिर कहाँ है? There should be a question, right? We should ask ourselves. As he finds it, the experience of God is within us. He also tells that The God is within us, just an extension of good qualities. If we fail to imbibe these virtues, there can be no gods. Here, the next passage. The most beautiful heavenly mates are amidst us and within. If we can see such nymphs right around us, then they are nowhere else. Nature's creation have such an eternal influence on the poet's mind that the roaring stream, rolling waves, and the verdant garden looks like a glit under the tender sun. The poet captures the splendor of harvest under the moonlight that spills all over the earth, turning it into a heaven. See, such a beautiful, imaginative the mind the poet has. Kuvempu, who is high priest of a nature, is filled with this joyful experience of heaven. The poet rightly says that only one who is soaked in this experience can create heaven on the earth. This poem is beautiful and delightful. Yes, till now we had a glance on the summary, poet's introduction, and also the introduction on the translator, new words, what is the understanding and what is the outcome of this poem. Here, if you people are interested, you can go through the suggested reading, which is Gitanjali, the collection of poem, and Ode to Intimation of Immortality. And I'll give you a small homework to do, that is, when we already studied this poem, there is also one question which occurs in everyone's mind. Why is that the poet finds heaven on this earth? Why not heaven in heaven, but why on earth? What did he see in the earth or on the earth that he said earth is itself a heaven and we are only the nymphs and God lives within us. Okay, you shall write down that things in the paper, and when you will be coming to submit your exam papers, that time you can give it to me. Thank you for this cooperation. Thank you one and all. You can re-rewind if you have not understood. Thank you.